Good morning, students. In our last lesson, we learned about angles, their types, and the way to describe them. This morning, we'll be going to something new, and that will be how to measure and draw angles. So you remain attentive while the lesson continues. So we begin with measuring angles. Angles are measured using an instrument called a protractor in units called degrees. So you will see a protractor with me here, and it is one of the instruments in your math set that we are going to use to measure angles. The symbol for a degree is a tiny circle on the upper side of a number indicating the degrees. So 30 degrees will be written as 30 and then that circle raised. We call it a superscript. To measure an angle, place the center of the protractor, that's the little hole or dot, on top of the vertex, making sure that the line marking 0 degrees on the protractor is lined up on one of the lines of the angles. When you do that, read the size of the angle from the number lined up with the other line of the angle. So we're using this to understand what we have just said. We want to measure the angle between this line, straight line, and this other one going up. So you take your protractor and you put the center, this is the center of the protractor. Look at your protractors. The center is not at the edge. This is the edge of the protractor. Above the edge, there's a line. It's a line. And at the center of that line, there's a dot. That's the center of the protractor. You put that center where you have the vertex, where the two lines meet. And you make sure that the line, this one here, lies exactly on top of the line that is going through the center and passing through 0 on the scale. You should look at your protractor, you see 0 on the outer scale. So since you are measuring from 0, you use the outer scale to the other line, and then you get the number of degrees. So on our protractor here is 110. This angle 110. So now we have measured it, 110 degrees. Drawing angles. To draw an angle, start by drawing a straight line. The length is immaterial. Then take your protractor and line it up on the straight line with the vertex at the center of the protractor. Make a dot at the size of the angle you want to draw. Take away the protractor and link the dot to the vertex of the line you drew with a straight line. To demonstrate, we want to draw the angle 110 degrees. We'll start by drawing a line segment. Part of it is red here. The color is not showing red because it's on top of the blue color of the protractor. But the red line moves to this point, which is the center of the protractor. So you have drawn that straight line. So you take the protractor and put the center at the end of this line segment. This is the end of the line segment. To demonstrate, we want to draw the angle 110 degrees. So as we said, you start with a line segment. The red line segment, it is not red here because the blue from the protractor is changing the color of the line segment, but the line segment moves up to this point. So you take your protractor, put the center of the protractor at the end of the line segment, making sure that the line that has 0 degrees is directly on top of the line segment. You are using the outer scale because that's the scale that starts with 0. So you move along it until you find 110, this 110. Put a dot at that 110. Take away your protractor and with your ruler, link the center, the vertex of that line segment with this dot. And the angle between the line you have drawn and the one you started with is angle 110. This is the angle 110 we have drawn here. We started with this line segment that moves from here to the vertex. We placed our protractor so that the center was at the vertex, and then we read 110 from the scale that starts with 0. We put our dot here, and at the end we connected that dot to the vertex, and that gave us the angle 110 degrees. We have come to the end of our lesson this morning, and on your own you will do this so as to master the techniques. You will read the example 7.3 of Press Book Secondary Mathematics 2, page 143, the books that you have been given by the college. And then do exercise 7.2 and 7.3 of the Press Book Secondary Mathematics 2. You find that exercise on page, the exercises on page 142 and 144. Have a good day and see you next time.